What's up, family? Welcome back to UTL TV. And today, listen, I want to continue to break down this draconian agenda. Make sure y'all hit that like button. It helps getting us in the algorithm. So go ahead, hit that button, and let's jump into this numeric evidence. Because, like I told y'all before, I'm not sure if these celebrities are reptilian offspring. You know what I'm saying? Or are they just agents pushing the draconian reptilian agenda? Because how are all these individuals synchronized with this certain alien species? And if you don't know what I do over here, I dabble in exposing the satanic elite by using numerology, decoding their demonic symbolism. Now, if you're not hip to numerology or gematria, it's basically breaking down letters to their numeric value, ABC, 1, 2, 3. It's simple. And it was stolen from Kemet and perverted by the Phoenicians, aka the Greeks, and used to track incarnating souls and bind individuals to curses and oaths. You feel me? Because remember, everything is numbers, time, birthdays, age, everything is numeric down to the electromagnetic grid that is connected to your electromagnetic body, down to the Adinkra codes. You get what I'm saying? Of the universe. That is how spells and hexes work. You know what I'm saying? They use it to draw these evil off-world beings from the sixth dimension. These are the same negative entities that latch onto your energy and create deadly situations around you. That's how these sacrifices are performed. Next thing you know, you're getting killed over a McNugget meal in McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Or getting into a random car crash on the highway. You feel me? Except it's not random at all. You feel me? You've been cursed, and now the Reaper is following you around, basically. Just like what Dex Osama say, I got death on. He had death on him after signing the meeting. You feel me? My mama said I had death on him. He said he woke up with the Reaper standing over him. You know what I'm saying? He died days later by the numbers. This is by the numbers. Y'all can go on Kinfolk page. He already decoded all of that. You feel me? What Drake say, voodoo curse. It got him while I flew the Turks. You feel me? Pay attention. He letting you know. Voodoo curse. It got him while I flew the Turks. You know what I'm saying? But let's get into this gematria, man, because this is not related to a sacrifice or sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm using this to show you the continuous numeric synchronization these artists have with the draconian reptilian archon that rule over this planet. Because remember, colors, numbers, and symbolism is how they secretly speak to each other. So they know who's who. And it is also how they speak to your subconscious and wash their hands with the camera, because universal law states that they have to tell you what's going on. There's no rule in how they tell you. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no rule in how they tell you, as long as they tell you. And it's up to your awareness and knowledge to figure out the codes. You feel me? This is the universe, aka the university. You're not here to just sit around. You're here to, you get what I'm saying? Raise your vibration, raise your consciousness, raise your awareness. You feel me? Because one thing you gotta know, how they use numbers to do evil, the Most High use numbers to do good and speak to you as well. But let's get into it, man. Now we gonna start off with Mr. Drizzy Drake. Now we all know that Drake is evil. We know that he's a high-ranking Masonic elite, casting spells using symbology and numerology. And one of the first examples I want to show is the name Drake. And the calculator syncs up with draconian reptilian in not one, but in two ciphers, with the 39 and the 33 matching the 93 and the 303 in draconian reptilian. And just a reminder, in gematria, the zero holds no value. But let's go, because that could just be a coincidence, right? Now also, Drake last name Graham syncs up with draconian reptilian as well, with that 114 and 33. Is that a coincidence too? I need to know, because do your name add up to this? Your friends, kids, parents, not just once, but 3, 4 times they name match up with this type of stuff. You feel me? They birthdays and age and all of that. That it adds up to this? I didn't think so, because y'all not connected to that bloodline, especially if the numbers don't match up, man. Everything has to synchronize numerically, just like the country Drake is from, Canada. If you put Canada in the gematria calculator, you'll see that it also matches up with draconian reptilian with that 1, 38, and 39, mirroring that 183 and 93. I mean, it's it's blatant, man. That's like three strikes. I believe Drake named Drake for a reason. You know what I'm saying? For it's Draco or Draconian, you know what I'm saying? And I believe he's like the offspring of the fallen Draconian bloodline, man. Even his son, bro. Listen, even his son, Adonis Graham, and the gematria calculator matches up with Draconian, both equaling that famous 56. Like, am I tripping, bro? Even his son, Adonis Graham, in the gematria calculator matches up with this Draconian, both equaling that famous 56, man. Like, am I tripping? Their last name, you feel me, syncs up with Draconian Reptilian with the 114 and the 33. You feel me? His first name syncs up with Draconian Reptilian with the 39 and the 33 matching the 93 and the 303. Huh? Am I missing anything? Is these coincidences? Let's go, man. We gonna keep going, man. We're gonna keep cracking y'all head with these quote unquote coincidences. You feel me? Because it's clear that either they are telling us numerically that they are servants of the Draconians, or they are hybrid Draconian reptilians themselves. Because ain't this many coincidences in the world? And I'm gonna show you. Now I went and put Drake's mom in the calculator, bro. I went deep, bro. Sandy Graham. You'll see it sync with that reptilian, both with that number 50 in reduction. Even her first name, Sandy, by itself matched with Draconian with that 34 mirroring that 43. That's like 9 strikes, Drake. Now that evidence is over. That's like overwhelming. I mean, what more could could he say? He's telling us everything numerically, down to his dad. Literally, even his dad, Dennis Graham. If you put his first name in the calculator, you will see it matches with 3 out of 4 in the English cipher with that 65, 97, and 34, all mirroring that 79, 43, and 56 in Draconian. Like, am I tripping? This is wild. I mean, believe it or not, bro, I believe he might have been like the original offspring, like him and the mom, like they probably was the original offspring. And now he's grooming his son, you know what I'm saying? Because your mom, your dad, your son all add up to this Draconian theory, bro. All add up to these numbers, syncing with these Draconian reptilians. And with all this numeric evidence, I don't even feel comfy calling it a theory anymore. This is truth. Y'all can go do the numbers yourself. And anybody else living in truth that can see, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all can see this, y'all see this plain as day. And we gonna continue to break their heads, bro. We gonna continue to bust their heads, bro. Because now we got Lil Wayne.
Back in the early 1900s. But the original vampires actually look like this right here, who is Blackula, right? They actually look like this, and these are basically inception points of the Blackamoors, who took you out of your sovereign capacity on a mental and spiritual level, right? So that's why when you understand that the Pope is the vicar of all religions, the Pope is supposed to be the vicar of all the religions, from Catholicism, Judaism, Islam. Why is the Pope bound down? And I need you to understand something, that when you understand the color spectrum of purple, purple is a Babylonian color that was facilitated by the Phoenicians. And the Phoenician, in the word Greek in Phoenician means purple. So those are basically Babylonian principles that they're following, because the kings of Babylon are actually being facilitated by black nobility, draconian overlords, right? Which is why the Pope is bowing down, right? So it's not a coincidence that when you're looking at this right here, you see the Indo-European basically politicking with the black nobility draconians, right? So it's not a coincidence that you see statues like this over in Switzerland, which is the black nobility seal that you're looking at right now. Because a lot of these black nobility archons were draconians that came down and made it with the daughters of men. Because I told you, when you're talking about the genetic splicing aspect of everything, what you gotta understand is that you gotta break down the black gene to get the recessive gene. So the first devil was the black Canaanite, right? Because the first beings that came down, they were actually your so-called blacks, because they were casted down, your Saturnians.